Welcome to my channel, Sacred Intuition. And today we are tapping into love. And it's going to be specifically a connection that you're having with someone. Either you're in no contact or you are maybe even in contact. We shall see. And I'm gonna pull one of those cards from Nadine Breitenstein. It's, I think, the volume 2. And yeah, let's see. Well, kind of drawn to take, false perception. It says know the heart and the writer. Okay, let's see what it actually means. Ooh, that is... Okay, trigger warning. The person on your mind doesn't love you. And this is also the reason why your story doesn't experience any movement forward, any forward movement. They don't mean it in a harsh way, but in their mind, they are too immature or not mature enough to actually have a relationship with you. You are both not on the same level or wavelength, so you are probably not vibrationally matched. And this can have different reasons or causes, maybe even a difference of age or in age. And the advice is end it because it never really started. Wow. Okay. There was also one more card that was here. I'm gonna put this here for now. That also wanted to flip. Okay, that is so different. It's the complete opposite. It's flood of emotions. And it says, the person on your mind loves you very much and has deep emotions for you. Their emotions are being riled up at this moment and they are wishing nothing more than to be in a relationship with you. Your love is so big that it actually scares them sometimes because they've never experienced something like that before. This might be also something that they have told you before, and you both are actually communicating telepathically, and you both know how the other person is doing, and you're going to be together soon. It's the key, the ring, and the moon. Alrighty. There are 3 options to this. Yeah, there are 3 different options, and I'm gonna tell you exactly. So either those are 2 different people, yeah, or this is how it used to be and how it's going to be. Well, technically there are only 2 options, right? Yeah, 2 options. Okay. False perception. We're gonna explore a little further because what I'm getting is that before, maybe they also perceived you in the wrong light, right? And this led them and this was true, because I'm not gonna act as if, oh, we're just gonna paint everything like beautiful and rosy. No. I actually believe at some point in your journey, this person probably straight up told you that they don't have feelings for you and they don't see this progressing anywhere forward with you. And they also thought that you two were too different, okay? Now, what interests me is what happened in between those two cards, because now it seems like all of a sudden, this person is now struck by the emotions that they held back before. And I don't think that they thought they held them back, because I actually think that your person genuinely believed that you're not a person of interest to them. And I know this is why I'm going to put trigger warning, because that is also sometimes very tough to hear, even if our mind already kind of told us that. But the heart already has these deep emotions, right? And especially the last sentence is a tough one, right? Ended because it never started. Whew. Wowzers. And actually underneath the deck, and I have to mention it now, is the rooted card. Oh, wait, that's turned upside down. This is so fun. Upside down. Boy, you're turning me inside out and round. Anyway, it's the tree, the clouds, and the house. And by not even reading this card is what I felt that there was, you know what? That's the card in between. This is exactly what happened. Because the tree and the clouds, for me, is also not knowing how something can grow or develop. Because the tree is about growth, it is about health, it's about healing. And the house obviously talks about stability. And if we are talking about a love connection, then it should be built on a strong foundation. So in this card, it actually says that the person on your mind has a very structured life, and basically they have a certain routine and they stick to it. And that it doesn't make sense to wait on that person to change their life, because that person is not gonna in the life they had, they would never make room for you. So this is going very much hand in hand with this. And I find that these two cards are way closer to one another, because this seems to be more in the future. But we're gonna explore it. I'm gonna put them here. They're in German anyway, so I mean, yeah. They might have perceived you and them to be living in different worlds, because it says in different worlds. Yeah. Well, you might be very spiritual and they are very rational. They're very 3D. And you were probably dealing with a person that only believed things that they could see and touch and feel. And because you were not a person that they could grasp, they obviously said, well, you are not fitting in my box, so you need to leave, right? 911 when I said that. So, yeah. I mean, there is another possibility that, as a matter of fact, there was someone in your past who didn't make room for you. And I can't believe how long I'm going on with this already. Where you thought it could go further, but this person was never a vibrational match to you or with you, right? And they were so unwilling to actually give you some kind of space in their life. And I'm even saying some kind of space, because they didn't even give you that. And now either you are like really going to meet someone new with who you're going to have this flood of emotions where it's going to be so just from the get-go, where you will feel safe, where you both feel very much aligned, where both people are going to express what they desire from this connection. Or this is actually a transformed version of the person you're dealing with, or sorry, you dealt with, because I really get this is a either no contact reading, and I'm hearing the cross cocaine, or you're single or currently leaving, trying to detach from this person fully for this person to actually come in. But nonetheless, it doesn't even matter if these are two different people. In order for this to come in, you have to detach from the old version of them, because otherwise they cannot transform into the new version. Wow, that's a tough one. 11-11. Let's see what has been going on here with the false perception, and I said false deception. Okay. Tell me a little bit about the false perception. Okay, fell into my love. Fell into my love. Okay. Follow your heart, listen to your heart, and choose love. Okay. The way to success. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. It's more advice. Okay. Now I get it. You see, follow your heart and justice, as I'm sure. At its standstill. Yeah. What I'm getting immediately is, because it says ended because it never started, you're actually being guided to follow your heart. And this means at this very moment, or maybe this is even something that you've done in the past, take it how it resonates, it is to actually stay true to your heart and to follow your heart by actually also distancing yourself. I'm getting that you, by following your heart, you have detached from the situation, or you're currently detaching from it. And this is going to bring in the justice in this standstill of a situation. Remember what I said? This energy can only transform into this energy if you completely detach. Sorry, I have a cough. Okay. How about rooted? Obviously, this person who was very unwilling to change anything in their life. Tell me a little about it. Yeah. Yeah, I get someone who's pretty self-centered and yeah, and more superficial. Yeah. And who acted just very distant. And it was a separation, but a limited separation because of development that had to happen between the two of you. Yeah, oh, you can't make this up. These three cards also fell. It's the heartbreaker, the man, and the long journey. Yeah. And I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised because this is what I've been picking up. So this person obviously broke your heart. And this is, now you might be saying, well, follow your heart. Well, obviously that's the person I love, so it's about choosing them. No, it's about choosing yourself. Because if someone is unable to choose you, it is time that you choose yourself. Because if you don't know your worth and you don't act like you know your worth, people will always cross your boundaries. And you'll never get the love that you deserve because you will always accept less than. So, what happened here? This person put distance between the two of you, which broke your heart, obviously, because it was unrequited love, or at least this is what they also believed at that time. And they made you believe. Well, they didn't make you believe. It was unrequited. Let's face it. But not because there was no care for you. It's just that person couldn't actually tap into the emotions because they were so used to being superficial. This might be also a person who's very athletic and likes sports. But it's more about the superficiality that I'm like getting. They were so more... You didn't fit their ideal. You didn't fit into their world. This structure that they built for themselves, okay? You didn't. And that's not because you were lacking. It's just they built a certain way of life that they felt comfortable in. And what I'm getting is this is a life where they actually didn't experience deep emotions, right? So, and I think once they got an inkling of a feeling that you could actually become more to them than what they're used to and what they can control, they pushed you away. And they didn't make any move towards you. They didn't put any effort. If this is not your story, be glad. Then click off. But thank you for watching until here. This person was so rooted in their toxic lifestyle. And yes, I do judge it by toxic lifestyle because those are not very nice energy. I mean, being stuck in a standstill, being superficial, being distant and cold, and being heartbreaker. Yeah, they had a very hurtful behavior. And this is so interesting because I recorded a reading. I don't know when I will upload. I uploaded it on Saturday on the 11th of January portal, the 111 portal. Wow, and now I'm really stumbling over my words. I feel like this person probably has also said something to you. Like now I'm even stuttering. This is wild. That they are now regretting and they actually become befuddled in their own mind as to why they did this. And I guess maybe for this justice to come in, it's also going to take time because of the long journey. It also says it takes time and patience is needed, but it's going to be a development in the long run and it's going to be a life connection, right? So I do think there is this possibility with this person that you're dealing with. Look at this. And this is what I meant. Like the admirer and the day we met. It means that someone is basically dreaming of you and is secretly admiring you. And they are thinking about the shared memories and they have a longing. And they have like feeling of nostalgia. But I'm sure you probably don't see or feel anything of this in the 3D. Unless you're tapping into your intuition, obviously. Yeah. So, oh gosh. Yeah. And this is, I'm not surprised. Oh, wow. I shuffled it. Yeah, because I felt like there was one card missing. And it says rebirth, end of a cycle, and the ending brings a new beginning, radical change. And this is exactly what is needed here. Because the way how it was before was super unhealthy. This is not how love should be. And you should never settle for this kind of version of that person. And that person, even if they don't realize it yet, they're going to realize this. So, and I'm actually glad that this is a very, I do not want to sugarcoat things. And it doesn't, I think it is just important that you also understand what might have happened in the past. I'm super glad for whoever, interesting that I said for the two of you almost. Anyway, I'm glad for anyone where this might have already happened 6 months ago, years ago, because then it is even more likely that this rebirth is going to take place rather sooner than later. But I don't want to discourage anyone. Sometimes there are such drastic and all of a sudden changes. Maybe for others of you it resonates. Oh my gosh, this basically played out the end of last year, which is like a month ago, 2 months ago, right? And now this person actually had this wake-up call and is now finally working on themselves. But whatever it is, I do feel like you need to be patient in this situation. Yeah. Okay. So for a lot of emotions, they have deep feelings. They're very stirred up right now, and they desire to be in a committed relationship with you. Your love is so big that it sometimes scares them. And it's about telepathic communication. And it's about coming together soon. Let's get some energies when it comes to that. Flood of emotions. That is so funny. It's Mr. Hyde and trust the process. Mr. Hyde, someone is watching you from a distance and is wearing a mask. It might be someone who's watching you via social media, for instance. Oh, wow. I had to pause the video because I had such a coughing attack, as you can probably hear. Wowzers. So someone, and this is what it is. This person has now finally gotten the realization, oh, wait, there's actually more to this. I actually do feel something for them. And I don't think they realized that before. They actually were genuinely convinced that you didn't mean anything to them. And I know this can be very triggering. Don't take it to heart because it's past energy. Okay? And if it's triggering you too much, you really need to continue more on your healing journey. I know, sucks, but it's true. Because it should be something where you'd be like, oh, yeah, well, very uncomfortable to hear, but okay, let's move past it. If you've reached that point, you are so much closer to reunion, reconciliation, or meeting the person that is actually truly meant for you, if this is someone different from this person. But nonetheless, either it's a new person who is currently watching you and is probably hiding their feelings from you, but is meant to come into your life with trust the process, right? Because having faith in the universe and this is so funny, this is so aligned also with the 111 portal message. It's about being optimistic and having patience, right? And it also said here, so no matter what it is, whether it's a new person who has done the work and who's going to be vibrationally aligned with you from the get-go, or this is someone who's completely transformed, has left whatever limiting beliefs and kind of toxic behavior in the past, but it's not going to be someone who's going to be sent into your life, who's going to cause upheaval again, causing heartbreak, being not sure about you, not going to be following their heart, is only going to cause a standstill, only going to pass the blame on to you, right? And I saw 2444. I'm not sure if that means anything to you, but just saying. Maybe 6 and 8 might be significant for you. I don't know. That's very random. I never had 24, 44. Okay, interesting. I hope I'm not gonna get a cough attack again. So, if this is someone completely new, they have their eye on you. But maybe this person can only come forward, and even if this is the past person, the transformed past person, this person is only going to get the cue from the universe to get into your life, to enter your life, once you can prove that you fully surrender and you fully have faith in the universe that this blessing, this wish fulfillment that you are so desiring is actually coming into your life. And only when you actually finally be able to let go of the outcome as perceived by you. Maybe this is also a false perception that you've had. Maybe the way how you perceived how this relationship is meant to play out, or how your love life is going to play out, was maybe also a false perception, because it might have been built on limiting beliefs of yourself. So the universe was probably even protecting you. And maybe they also made this person kind of reject you, because they were like, well, we feel like our person cannot hold down this healthy boundary, and they're gonna accept less than they deserve. So we have to make sure that this person is going to break the heart. We have to make sure that this person, you, the viewer, is going to rebuild themselves and comes back stronger, so that it can be a high vibrational match when it comes together. Because otherwise you would have settled for low vibrations. This would have never been something that is sustainable, or it would always cause hurt. And yeah, you're being really guided that this is meant for you, this flood of emotions, that you're going to feel this with a person that is meant for you. And either there is someone from the past that is actually watching you and is probably a bit scared to come forward because they know they messed up. And I wanted to use the up word, yeah? Because this is literally what they did. Or this is someone who might have seen you transform. Seen you glow up. Seen you transform. Maybe this was also someone who was by your side that you never even considered as a romantic option. Not because you thought they were unattractive or anything, but maybe it just was out of your perception. I don't know what you could perceive as an option, or as the right choice for you. And maybe this person actually saw you healing and growing into the person that you are now, or that you are now becoming, right? Because energy is fluid and energy is ever changing. And this is why we're always tapping in. And I think there are always like different stories that are popping out. Yes, I know sometimes they seem very interconnected, and then take it. But sometimes I feel like every once in a while, there comes like a different storyline in here where I'm like, oh, that's a completely new thread. And I always love it, because it keeps it interesting for me as well. So yeah, anyway, that is heavy. Yeah, that is so funny. Someone is actually being overburdened also by the sheer amount of emotions that they're feeling. But I think they're gonna conquer this. Maybe they also have too much going on, and they are maybe even close to a burnout. Right now, this person cannot come forward yet, but soon they will. Soon they're going to conquer this, and they're gonna have the stability and the structure. But as long as they don't have the stability and the focus to come forward, they're gonna stay undercover, right? Undercover. You can also stay undercover in bed. Yeah. But yeah, get ready. I do think you're gonna receive some communication, but let's explore with the Scarlet Rose Tarot. And I have to pause 1 second because I have to cough. Okay, I'm still alive. Oh wow, I didn't notice that before. It's the Lovers underneath the deck. So it might come down to a decision that you might have to choose between a transformed version of the person of your past and someone completely new. Is there anything else that we need to know about like what happened here in the past? Why this happened? I don't know. I'm gonna interpret it. The Magician, okay? Ace of Swords. Okay, that is very interesting. No way, no way. I'm getting a very clear message. I saw the Magician, Ace of Swords, the Star, and the Eight of Cups. Oh my God, and the World. One more card, yes. You know why this happened in the past? And it doesn't matter whether you're male or female in body. This happened in the past because you basically manifested this to get the clarity on what you want and also to do the healing and to really walk away and end anything that is not serving your Empress energy. Okay? Well, let's put it here like this. How powerful is that? This past experience was meant to teach you to fully embrace your divine feminine energy. And I know this sounds so wrong. And you're probably like, what do you mean I manifested that someone breaks my heart? Yeah, you manifested it. Because the universe had to test you one more time. And maybe this was also something like kind of like a repeat, maybe not as bad because you already were way more healed than in your past. But this manifestation gave you the clarity as to where you need to heal, where your actual wish fulfillment lies, and to really walk away what is done and dusted. This happened to close out the last karma, or one of the most significant karma that you still held on to, and that kept you from your divine feminine energy. A divine feminine energy, as the Empress, knows their worth. The Empress embodies all four queens. The Empress knows how to draw healthy boundaries. This person is abundant. This person is nurturing and healing. And this person is passionate and strong-willed. All of these things is the Empress. Do you think an Empress would accept it that someone gives the Empress crumbs? No. Do you think the Empress would accept it that the Empress would be blocked in their endeavors? No. Do you think the Empress would be too scared to be on their own? No. No. Do you think the Empress would step down from their throne and pour their cup of love? I wanted to say into a sinkhole. That's a bit weird. Anyway, into a broken cup that cannot even hold it? No. The Empress wouldn't do that. And this is where the justice comes in. After all what went down, and this might have hurt a lot, but this was meant to be experienced. It was meant to close out all the past experiences that you had in love. When it came to any relationship dynamics and family, friendships, I wouldn't be surprised if that was actually only part of the iceberg. I wouldn't be surprised if you actually closed out many chapters also with friends that accompanied you for a certain amount of your way. Yeah, a certain part of your way. But now you reach a crossroads, and to some you said, hi, bye, see you next time, see you later, bye-bye, and you went on your way. For others of you, you might have just looked at them and then just turned away, mute, without saying a word. And with others of them, you might have actually had a dispute and be like, I do not wish to see you ever again. And that's fine as well. And then you cut the cord. That's okay. Wow. Oh my gosh. I really need to wrap up this reading. How about the flood of emotions? As you trust in the universe and the process, this person is actually going to... What did I tell you with the communication card? Where did I see this? Ah, yeah, I saw it when I split the deck, right? 8 of Wands. This is fast forward movement. This is a travel card, but it's also, because you only see roses in here, this is also for me like very symbolic of an overflow of love, right? Even though roses personally are not even my favorite kind of flowers, but yeah. Underneath the deck, I see the King of Wands. And I like that it's a king energy. And after that is the Sun. This is what happens. This fast communication, this travel, whatever it is, to bridge the distance, very tight in, is going to create this happiness. And it's going to create the 9 of Cups. Coming out of a 2 of Swords indecision mode and creating the stability. After there was a lot of fighting with the 7 of Wands and, get it, 7 of Swords, due to a King of Swords behavior. And I really feel either someone is really stepping out of this very nasty energy and taking like this new step towards you with the Page of Wands. Finally actually choosing you. But it could be that you are now meeting them as the Queen of Swords. Possible. But some of you, you're going to start working together, releasing the burdens of the past and calling judgment on it. And for others of you, you're going to actually fully free yourself of whatever burden there was. And you are actually deciding to work on something else with someone else. And you might cut them off, right? If that's not what you want. Yeah, and I like this. But no matter what it is actually turning out way better than you would have ever imagined. And it was 38 when I just said it will turn out for the better. And this is exactly where I think I'm gonna leave this. Wait, you know what? Let's get like an advice card, or what's like the overall energy. This is also in German. It's also from Dies Oracle. What is like maybe what you need to hear? You cannot make this up. This is the same card that fell on the feminine energy, which is receive. Be ready to receive what your destiny holds for you. It is definitely in your best interest, and you can trust the guidance, the divine guidance. Be receptive for the blessings that is coming to you, or that are coming to you. But it's the blessing, but I said blessings. My mistake. So, I'm gonna put this here. Ooh, and that is also that is a rocker. Feelings of guilt. Do not let the feelings of guilt be the reason that they are blocking your good fortune. Forgive the past and accept the good and take ownership of it. And this is so aligned with this reading, because let go of what happened here and use it as to your advantage, right? And take it as something positive. I know it was probably very hard, and especially if you're in the midst of this, you might be super triggered by now, and I'm so sorry, but that's just the way it is. But it's about also, this person probably also has to forgive themselves for what they did, because I'm 100% sure that they know exactly where they messed up. And if they don't know yet, they will come to this realization pretty soon, right? So, be in your receptive energy. You do you, boo. This is amazing. Thank you so much for watching. And until next time, take care. Bye-bye.